ever get some news that just kind of makes you think, nah, and then you're like, kind of like, well, and you're kind of like, shit, I hope not, right? I got one of those boom shakalaka awakenings quite a few weeks ago. I've been kind of up and down about it and kind of depressed about it. Sometimes I'm kind of dismissing it, shrugging it off. I'm all over with this thing. All different types of thoughts with this shit. But before I get to that, before I forget, because I forgot to say, that other video was supposed to be a couple days ago, and I forgot to do it. Because people always ask me, well, you said you want to do this acting career, what would happen to it, right? Did you start? Did you have any connections? No, not really, okay. And yes, I did, also. So yes and no. Let me elaborate on that, okay. Yes, I did have a shot. 2 of them, actually. The second one was weaker than the first, because the second one, I went and auditioned, and there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of different agents and this and that, and this was just to get an agent. I would have to go down, live in Los Angeles, had my wife, my kids, almost my kids, not yet. We had the dogs, which is the same thing, right? Couldn't take the dogs. It was a hassle, man. It was just, and too many dogs. I had a house, and it was just, at that point, I just said, screw it. I might go get some kind of a minimum wage job just to try to make ends meet in California when I don't even freaking know anybody, right? And then I don't get no roles or nothing, right? Just sit there with a freaking 8x10 on a resume on an agent's desk, right? At age 30. And, big risk, right? And at that time, since I already did the whole marriage thing and everything, been younger, I had jumped at it, without a wife and kids, right? But this was everything was kind of, the foundation was laid. It was kind of, everything was starting to go. So I just said, let's just roll with it, So that was the second time. So it didn't really count. It was the first time. It was a golden opportunity. I was freaking 23, 24 years old over here. I was a young guy, right? Young guy. And there was this gal that's an agent, okay? She's local. She's here in Seattle. She's not even far away, man, okay? And my freaking theater department guy, he didn't let me score one time because I didn't have a ride to go to. I was gonna have to rent a fucking car to go all the way to some Timbuktu part of freaking Oregon, right? It was a 9-hour drive from Central Washington University to this contest in Medford, Oregon, or some shit. I don't remember where it was, man. It was almost in California. It was like the tail end of fucking of Oregon. It wasn't like a nice little buzz to go down 3.5, 4 hours right to Portland. Portland's a warm up, and then you gotta keep fucking going. You're not even halfway yet, right? Oh man, carpooling and everything else, and all amped up. That was a fuck. Anyways, so instead of having to go and rent a car and this and that, my theater department guy, he was in fucking singles with Matt Damon and all this shit, right? He'd done some roles, and he made it, but he didn't quite make it, right? He was right on the ball, right? He almost made his break. He would have been another fucking Will Smith. He was brilliant. Did a couple of monologues for the class. That was it, man. He was just like, here's a minute. So I worked with this guy for 3 years, right? He does a 30-second monologue. Fucking everybody's just like, whoa, this guy's fucking good, right? He was very talented, and he had a lot of work and he got a lot of money, but he never made his big break. So I said, you know what? Something more steady's better, because he did stunt school, he did stunt work, he did all kinds of shit. Harris Smith, dude's name, he has a ring. He has a not a wedding ring, because he got that too. He's got a family and all that stuff. And I'm not saying the normal everyday stuff that everybody else does. I mean, he's got a ring for the Montana State national champions in football. That's how we bonded and stuff, right? Went to the gym and stuff. And he used to train with Mr. Washington. It's kind of funny, right? Because I ended up being the Mr. Washington short after that. It's kind of cool, right? But he lent me his car, man. He and his wife. They just said, "Hey, go take it. If I can go to the contest, don't fucking stress out." So did that. Came back. Real close second. It was three-way tie for first. And yeah, man. And it was It was a good, real good competition. Aaron Madden was backstage, man. He helped me out and stuff. He's like, all right, quarter turn, maybe do some quarter turn stuff, right? And he just looks at me and he's like, awesome physique, man. Awesome. I didn't know the guy, right? He was the guy supposed to be there. He didn't say that to nobody else, okay? So that made me feel good because I knew that the prep that T-Bone and Steve Hassan had helped me through was working and stuff, right? And this was just an honest class. I'm the fucking a beginner thing, and he's fucking, complimenting him like that. That's good, I'm on the right track. I didn't take it as a big ego, like, oh, I'm this great bodybuilder. No, it's just, okay, potentially, right? I'm still a beginner, right? But three-way tie for first, and the fucking first and third, they looked like open guys. They had a freaking striated back from top to bottom, Christmas tree all. I saw those bottom striations on there, so I was like, damn, these guys are in good condition. So when I had the same amount of points as them, I was like, okay, man, I must be in pretty similar condition. I was doing those Arnold workouts, I was probably down to that 1 to 3%. I just didn't get it tested that year, okay. But when I did, like a year or two later, yeah, it was 1.5% in the tank, and it was 2.1% on the calipers. So that was a very crisp look that I had when I tied for first, and also what I got first and then overall in '97. So this was 90 something, 96, 90. I still might have been 97. Yeah, it was the same year that it was a few months before I won the Evergreen State, so both of those were 97. The time I tied for the Bill Pearl Classic in Medford, Oregon, and then a few months later in the fall, because that was spring or summer, and then in the fall is when I hit that overall, and then never competed novice again. Then won Mr. Washington and some of the other big open NPC shows, but I'm way off again. 7 minutes, motherfucker. I was supposed to be done in 5. My apologies. Okay, so this gal comes in my teacher's class, and all this to say they let me escort for the contest. Of course, I filled it back up with gas and washed the car inside and out, waxed, and I didn't wax it, fucking, but because I did the automatic drive-through, right? And then I hand vacuumed the full fucking thing, right? And wiped everything down with the that Armor Oil, not Armor Oil, that Armor Cleaner shit, right? The cleaning supply stuff. Oh man, time for a nap, but I gotta go to the gym, so no nap yet. I just woke up. So here we go. So he has this gal come in, his agent for this shit he's been doing, has been making him money, right? And so she has a talk, right, with the whole class. She's like, you've seen Wolf on Wall Street with what's his name? Not Matt Damon, the other dude, the other guy, Leonardo DiCaprio, that guy. I think that's him. I don't remember. I can see him, but I can't remember his fucking name. Alright, so, anyways, that dude, Wolf of Wall Street, guy plays, Leonardo DiCaprio. He played Jordan Belfort, right? So, you remember that part where he said you're pond scum and you're this and that, you're low in the pond scum? Same fucking speech, okay? And this was 1990, that was 1980 something? And this, for the Wolf of Wall Street, this was in another galaxy far, far away, Central Washington University. That was 1997, 8, 7, something like that. Mid to late 1990s, let's put it that way, okay? Now we got the time frame covered. Same fucking speech, right? You guys are hotshots here. I was fucking Joseph Wachowski in fucking Biloxi Blues, right? And did a bunch of main characters in the smaller plays, like the One Acts and stuff like that. But just a fucking security guard in the Crucible. That was a big, huge play, but it had a small part, right? Like, had some fight scenes, that was fun. But I didn't have any speaking lines or nothing, right? Just mostly stood there, it's boring. But the other one was fucking cool. Joseph Wachowski, I was just kind of a jackass guy, and he's kind of on me, That fit my personality. I could find I could find a place for him, right? And I could play Joseph Wachowski, because he wasn't too much of a spin-off from a lot of Showtime Sandberg is, other than Joseph Wachowski's fucking racist, right? But other than that, he's kind of a cool cat, right? And he's kind of got that macho thing with the gals and stuff, right? And he's outside waiting for, man, is he still not done? And and he comes out all quacky, right? So I used to kind of act like that a little bit in college. I was kind of a knucklehead like that, so it just kind of not much of a stretch, let's say, right? I learned some accent though, right? I had to freaking soften my eyes and all this other stuff, right? And it's kind of fucked me up ever since, because, I'm doing all this shit and imitating Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and learning these dialects and tongues and, accent from New York, and accent from Boston, accent from fucking Philadelphia, and then I was doing them all wrong. I would always do I do it like a New York accent when they wanted a fucking Canadian one, and I do a British accent when I couldn't do a British accent at all, actually. I fucked that up. I just said, don't even attempt it. Just use your fucking American voice, because you suck at the British accent. You ain't got no British accent. So I couldn't do that one, right? And then they said my fucking Boston one, or New York, or Massachusetts, or wherever my Joseph Wachowski dude was from. They said it was kind of not a really good accent. Said it sounded more like an Arnold Schwarzenegger accent than a British or Massachusetts or New York one, or whatever the fuck I was doing. I don't even remember. I just had to soften the eyes, and now I soften the eyes when I'm not supposed to soften the eyes, right? Go figure. Then people don't believe I'm from Basque. I'm from here. No, you're not, motherfucker. You're from Jersey. You're from fucking. You're from here. You're from there. You're over here. You got an accent. I don't got an accent, but after I heard it from 5 or 10 people, well, maybe I've got an accent, right? Probably came from all the fucking accents in the 90s, and then I could watch all these Jordan Belfort blogs and everything else, and sometimes I'm a little bit lit from a couple of drinks, right? If it's my day off, I'm taking notes and shit, right? And then he has you repeat something. Today we're going to talk about tonality, right? So, whatever. All right, so here we go. So we're going to the next point. It's supposed to be finished up a long time ago. Okay, I gotta get done with this thing, or I'm gonna storage space jam this thing again. Alright, so she comes in. You guys are scum. You guys are loading the scum. You're loading the scum on the scum, right? And you guys have to start at the bottom and work your way up. Give even these Joseph Wachowski hot shots and everything else. These big rolls and all this shit. Big fish in a little ass pond here. Nobody knows who the fuck you are in Hollywood, or in Seattle, or in California, or anywhere else, right? So you have to pay your dues. I get it. Alright, so it's like bodybuilding, right? Got to pay your dues. Got it. So the time goes by, right? I'm taking a break. I'm out of college now, kind of doing CBC extension. Then I'm going to go back for a semester, be done, right? I call my guy. I call up Harris Smith, the one with the ring for the national championship football. He's like, I'm like, dude, I go, I'm ready. I got my mindset ready. I got 10 pages of goals, man. I'm going to go try to get my IFBB pro card. I want to go into the movies, okay? And I want to start now. I'm ready. I want to start right now. I was wondering if you can give me, if there's any way you can get me in touch with your gal. I want to go to work. I want to do some part-time acting, full-time acting, whatever they got, I'll take it. If we start with a headshot, I just got to check in every week. I got to wait a year or two. I don't care. Just keep me on the list. Let's get it rolling. Let's see if I can get some things going. I'm 22 or 23 years old, man. Freaking, I was like 250, 260, right? And I was climbing up, just taking 10,000 calories a day. I ended up getting up to 277 shortly after that. I was pumped, okay? Got the number. I called that number. I called it, okay? She picks up. She answers. Man, here's where I fuck up. So, she already talked to Harris. Hey, I talked to Harris. He put in a really good word for you. Let's go to work. She's like, I just got to ask you one question. I said, shoot, I'm ready. If I can find, she goes, now you say you're serious, okay? Are you serious enough to drop everything, leave the Tri-Cities, and come live here permanent? I said, hell yeah. I said, I'm in. I said, as long as I can find work when I'm down there, done. I'm in. Just tell me what I got to do. She goes, well, that's a lot to ask. She goes, she's getting all pissed off. Well, wait a minute, lady, and I don't know what went wrong. You know when I fucking figured it out? 10 years later. You guys probably know what happened. For those of you that are slow like me, I'll rewind. Let me translate what she asked me. Let me translate you my interpretation, so you don't think I'm quite as stupid as I am. So she asked, if I get you, are you ready to do this? And my response was, yeah, I'll live in Seattle, but I need work first. She thought I meant acting work. Go from the bottom of the scum on the bottom of the pond to the bottom of the pond of the things of the bottom of the things at the bottom of the pond and work my way up, right? And she thought I said, get me out of the pond and put me up there with fucking Matt Damon and Arnold Schwarzenegger and all these other motherfuckers and The Rock, and I'm going to be the next action hero. So find me some work. That's how she took it. My take was, let me find some construction work. Let me go get a job at one of the strip clubs over there as either a bouncer for the gals or doing the ladies' night entertainment for the gals. Okay, because I was already doing that. So hookups, connections with that, anyways, right? Could have walked in, no problem. At that time was peak physical condition. I was a fucking young guy, right? Waiter at a table, just all kinds of things I could have done. I meant work non-acting related and specific type too, that there was going to be a good answer. Something that could free me up to where I could, at the drop of a hat, go do an audition, right? It's flexible hours, part-time to full-time, but with the availability to if I get a call and I have to go to audition, I can go get that part. I can go do that audition and maybe get a commercial, or maybe get in front of the producers and stuff enough to where they start seeing my face enough time to start hiring me, right? Or start calling specifically for me, right? Or maybe I get in on a sitcom, or god damn it, or fucking action movie, something or other, to where I finally start breaking the rules and I can be a star lead in the action movies, right? Be as a real life superhero. Well, I wouldn't be real life in the movies, but I'd be a superhero in the movies, right? I'd be pretty typecast. You know what I wanted to do, big muscle guy, right? No, it didn't fucking work out because it's Diane's the wrong fucking. She misinterpreted my answer. She thought I wanted her to find me work as an actor, which I did, right? But I had to earn it, and I knew that. I meant a different job, right? Waiting tables, ladies' night, fucking bachelorette parties, right? Dance at a club or parties, whatever, right? For the women, whatever I had to do, right? As long as it was morally, legally, and ethically correct, I was down, okay? And, dance for women, only not the men, okay? But that's it. So simple. That miscommunication, one shot, one opportunity, gone, done. So here I am. Just broke, but doing what I love to do, which is fucking spend time with my kids and train hard, and I'm blessed in that way. All right, it's been Showtime. Showtime Shred Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big.